All right, so now we come to one of the really big impressive features, in my opinion, and that's giving feedback using Brisk. So here I have an example of a student essay. I will say this was downloaded from a PDF, so it's going to mess up the formatting a little bit. If you have students write directly in Google Docs, it does not have this issue, but if you're importing from PDF, it does have some formatting issues, but I'm not too worried about that because I can see the original and grade formatting if I'm wanting to do that. So what we're going to do here for feedback is we're going to go back to our Brisk button, and instead of going to create, we're going to go to give feedback. And there are these four corners. So targeted is just brilliant. So what you can do if your district allows you to purchase this, and I highly recommend it, you can actually use the standards. So you can filter by state, you can go by topic or content area, grade level, and then you can select for Colorado, I'm going to pick this one. You can pick your parameters that you're focused on. So if you're just focused on one of these, if you're focused on all of them, maybe it's a culminating project, you can click on these. And then I'm just going to click on a few of them here. I got 3. So then I'm going to click done. So I have several of my state standards here. I can change my grade. I can also change what language this populates in. And finally, I'm going to click brisket. And it's going to do a lot of work for me right here. As this goes through, I just want to say what's great is it doesn't automatically comment. You have to go through and look at the comments. So you're going to read, see what it's saying. You can add, you can delete. So you can modify these comments that it's leaving to suit your needs. Another thing is it gives suggestions. So looking at this one here, it says consider refining your thesis. I'd always likes to think that the thesis is the hook. So I just kind of usually delete that. But you can see here that what it's doing is it's giving students information that will help them refine. So I'm going to click cancel on this. Down here, can you provide more context or analysis? So it's giving students guidance and not just direct answers. So if I like it, I can just click comment. Again, I can type in here if I want to add examples. Just such a helpful tool. Now, once you're done with that part, you've filtered it, you make sure that's what you want. You can still add comments because it is a Google Doc, but you can actually add, you can layer this. So I'm going to go back here to my Brisk button, going back to feedback. Let's say I want to give students some glows and grows. Hey, on top of this feedback, I want you to know a few other things. Now I can leave my standards on here and I can click brisket. That's what I'm originally grading for. So I'll just leave the standards on there. And it's going to create this list again, just like with before. You can modify it. You can delete what you don't want. If you don't want any of the grows or wanderings, you can just copy and paste specific parts. If you like it all, you can just click this insert and it's going to put the information right in there for you. I mean, I just think that that's a huge time saver. And you can keep stacking these. So back to giving feedback, if you want students to see some next steps, then you can also work with that. And it's going to do the same thing. It's going to generate this list, and then you can insert it right into the document. I mean, this is just mind-blowing to me. All right, so insert, boom. Now, this would be a little overwhelming maybe for some students, so I don't know that I would stack it quite like this. All right, so I'm going to get rid of these, and I'm going to just click off these because there are times when I'm not using standards to grade. Maybe in the classroom, I'm focused specifically on topic sentences. So over here under give feedback, I can go to this targeted and I could get rid of these. I don't want all this stuff. And I just want to say give feedback on topic sentences only. And then I'm going to click my Brisk. and see what it comes up with. It's not perfect. Sometimes it'll come up with other things that I don't want. Again, here goes this very first sentence. But in general, it does pick up on the majority. And what I'm looking for is something that saves me time. And this is definitely doing it. So I can go through here again. I can align it. I can read through this. If I like it, if I don't like it, comment, cancel, change it, and then click comment. See, I like a couple of these. All right. So that is just quick targeted feedback for students. I'm going back over here to Brisk. I want to show you this rubric criteria right here. So you can upload a rubric using the little rubric button down here. But I also just can copy and paste some of this. So I'm going to go here and I'm just going to copy this and then head back over here and I'm going to paste it into my box and click Brisk. So now it's going to use a rubric that I've created, and it's going to create information for me here. So then once it's done, again, this is off of my rubric, I can click Insert, and boom, students can read the information here to revise, edit, resubmit. One other little piece here is the next steps. So with next steps, I can keep my rubric in there if I want, or I can select parameters I want for it. I can click Brisk. This is usually something I will give if it's a very first draft and I want students to revise and resubmit, or for an essay at the very end whenever it's a final grade. And I want students to consider these ideas for when they go to write a whole new essay. While they're not revising the old one, they can apply that again to the next writing. This is a huge time saver, and I highly recommend you playing around with it. There are a lot of free elements to this piece, and yeah, if you can get your district to pay for it, do it. All right, so that is Brisk Feedback.